Welcome, in front of me is a Xiaomi Mi 8 Lite, and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. So to get started, we're going to begin with the dark mode, which you can find either in the settings or probably in here as well. See, there you go, dark mode. So you can quickly toggle it on or off through here. And this will put the entire system into the dark mode, including basically default apps, as you can see. And certain apps even downloaded from the Play Store might utilize this as well. Now additionally, you can also go into the settings of the dark mode by holding the toggle, and in here you have option for schedule, meaning that it will turn on and off based on the time that is set right here, meaning that you can set it up so it turns on light mode during the daytime and dark mode during the nighttime, giving you the best of both worlds, what I would call. So anyway, moving on to the next option, it's gonna be the gesture navigation, which you can activate by going into the settings, display, and then when you scroll down to full screen display, you'll have, disregard the Facebook crashing, you will have the full screen gestures. Once you enable them, it will bring up this window if you want to learn them or not. I'm gonna select not because I already know them. But the way they work is you swipe from either side to go back. As you can see, it brings up this arrow, so when you let go, it does go back. Then you can go to recent by swiping up and holding, and home by just quickly swiping up. And it works really nicely, so highly recommend you use them. Now additionally, I'll give you a little bit of a tip for using the gestures. Some people, when they start using them, they try to swipe on the screen upwards, which is not necessarily the best way to interact with the gestures. So I recommend you swipe off of the screen from the bezel upwards. This will ensure that you always get the gestures correctly. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the display size. Now this will just allow you to change how big the content is on the screen. So let me quickly show you. Going into the display, or not display, the settings I mean. Now I'm going to scroll down to additional settings, accessibility, and display size. And in here by default it's set to small, but you can make it even smaller. So you can see it changes how it looks like right here. Gives you a couple different images to showcase how it will affect them. You can also make it bigger, as you can see, if you want to do that as well. Now once you set it up to whatever you want, that's the check mark, and from here you will be able to, well, you won't really be able to do anything, it just already activates it. As you can see, it is fairly small, a little bit smaller than I would like it, so I'm gonna make it go back to the normal one instead. Now moving on to the next option which I wanted to show you, it's gonna be the floating windows, which you can activate by going into your recent. So if you're using gestures, so swipe up and hold, and if you're using the buttons on the screen, press the square. Now once you activate recent, you will have floating windows right here, and you can tap on it and it will give you a couple different windows which can open up in this floating mode. So I'm gonna choose things like Chrome. Let me just redo that. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, there it is. Now by mistake I just closed it again. You can move it around, you can make it bigger or smaller, you can also make it full screen, as you can see right now, or by swiping it away, this will close it. Now anyway, you can actually use this window in this kind of mode. Now unfortunately it looks like it doesn't create this tiny little app head, kind of like Facebook and some other phones do. So you won't be able to go back to it. You won't always have to like reactivate it, but still you can use two different applications at the same time. You can move this around if you want to. So yeah. Oh, it actually looks like it does minimize into this app head for some reason. It just works really weirdly. Okay, now moving on to the last option which I wanted to show you, it is the deep clean function feature here, which you can again access by going into recent, and you'll have deep clean right here. Once you tap on it, it starts scanning your entire phone, closes apps that are unnecessary, removes files that are just garbage, and also if you have for instance photos and other stuff like that, it will try to recognize them. If it finds duplicates, it will tell you that it found duplicates, and you can go through them and select to remove them or keep them, whichever one you want, because sometimes the phone does mistake them. Two photos might be similar and the phone might think that they are the exact same when they're not, so you can decide for yourself. You can also clean apps. As you can see, just some trash data from different applications. You can select them all or uninstall them, it looks like. So I don't think we can uninstall some of these apps, but you know, let's try. Unless it's gonna uninstall only the updates for them, which is probably the thing that it did. Or maybe not. So it looks like it actually removed the applications. Neat. Anyway, this would conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to show you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.